In this tutorial, I wanted to talk about hiding your ends. Now, weaving in ends is one of those things that it's the last thing to do in your project. It's just tidying up, finishing it off. When you get to the end of your project, congratulations, you want to be seaming in some of your ends. So here we have like the cast on edge and also the cast off edge. But what we're going to do is imagine I'm using this, but I'm going to use a contrast color so it's super easy for you to see. I'm going to show you how I like to weave in my ends. Now, some people find this to be one of the more tedious tasks, but you just have to learn to enjoy the whole process, right? It's all part of the thing. So you got your darning needle, which again is your sewing needle, but it's not pointy because you don't want it to damage your knit work. So the way I like to do it is use these bumps as a little bit of a guide. So we're going to go in through one of the bumps, and we're going to go diagonally across to the next one. And then we're going to go back through this bump on the other side. So we're following these kind of like swerves. But you're going to nice and loosely put it through diagonally. And then you know that you're going to follow it across here. And then this horizontal bump, you're going to go underneath that one and then go back up to where we came. And then in like that. And then you're going to do the same thing for the next one. You're going to go through this next bump. And then we're going to go back down to where we came from. And then we're going to go across to the next bump. And we're going to go back up to where we had just been. So in through here, up to where we were, pull it through. But do it nice and loose. You don't want to pull it too tight because you don't want to change the tension of the work that you've had. So now we're going to go underneath this bar and go back to where we were. Again, nice and loose. And again, you go across one, and then you go through and back to where we were. And you're just kind of following the pattern underneath, and it's creating a way of like securing in your ends and making them look nice and neat without having to tie loads of knots. So there we have it. That is weaving your ends in garter stitch. So once you've finished weaving in your ends for, I've done it a few times. You can go as far as you like if you want it to be super secure, but I normally do it about 5 or 6 times, and then you cut your yarn, and now it's nice and secure, and that isn't going to go anywhere. It will take a lot for all of that to unravel. So as you can see it waving through the bumps you want to kind of follow a knit stitch. You want to kind of like be all wavy with it, and you'll see as you are looking at it yourself, you'll see the way that your work is going, and then when you turn it over, you can't even see it. So it's a nice way to hide your ends, make it all nice and secure, and you've got a nice clean piece of work. This is stocking stitch, which is knit one side, purl the other, and I'm going to show you how to hide your ends. So I'm going to use a contrast yarn, but imagine I'm using this, and this is what you would be using. But so you can see it, I've got a nice yellow. We thread our needle, so we can see this bar, and you can see where the yarn underneath it is kind of like looping up and around like this. So what we're going to do is we're going to go under this bar, follow the yarn in behind it, up to this bar, which is like diagonal, and then you're going to pull it all the way through, and then you can see where this piece of yarn here is coming through here. It goes through the next bar and then back to the one that we just came through. So we're going to go under this bar and then through to the bar that we had just come from, and we're going to pull through. Now you can see where this piece of yarn follows through here, and it goes under this bar up to the bar that we had just been through. And we pull that through, like so. So you can see here where it's gone through this bar, and it's gone diagonal, and then across, and then it's gone back to where it came, and then it's going to cross, and then it's gone back up to where it came, and then we're going across and following it again, and we're going to go through this bar, and we go through this bar, back to where we were, and go whoosh, all the way through, like so. And then we're going to follow it back around, under that bar, back up to here. And you are kind of following the trail of the yarn that's underneath to kind of mimic the stitches, like so. And we're just going to mimic it all the way, hiding our ends. And then we're going to go across here, under this bar, up to this bar, and then we're going to go through here. Oh, diddly. Then we go to across again, so you can kind of see how it's kind of flowing up and down, and it's just connecting all of those bars together, and that way it's mimicking the stitches underneath, so it becomes an invisible way to hide your ends. So you're hiding your stitches here, and especially if you were doing it in pink, you would never even be able to see that. You might see it a little bit on this side, but if this was pink, you would never know that it was there. So once you've hidden your ends like so, what you're going to do is you just cut the yarn like that, and there it is. This, you have to imagine, was this, so it's already attached. So there it is. You've hidden your ends, you cut your yarn, so now that is nice and secure and it won't unravel. Thank you for watching this video. Now don't forget to subscribe to Let's Get Knitting for more tutorials of knit and crochet, and of course, some extras from Game of War.